When you go back to look at the film, I know we asked several, you and several guys this yesterday, but do you guys see ways where you would have liked to maybe have been maybe more aggressive, maybe not just on the last drive, but in other plays in the fourth quarter?
I think from a play style perspective, yeah, it just could have been more aggressive with our detail. Whether it's being a certain leverage, being tighter to a guy, envisioning breaking our coverages. Some of those plays that went for 8 or 9 yards. Getting them down to 4 or 5 yards, and kind of stopping them where they catch it. So that was kind of the emphasis going back, looking at the film. Just when you get in these fourth quarter games and both teams are tired and it really comes down to execution, you got to be aggressive with the details. And I think that's where we as players are excited to grow.
And I guess, kind of using this, and also I guess going back to the Dallas game, how much do you guys emphasize maybe more just trying to, like you said, finishing these games? You mentioned this is a 4-quarter game. You mentioned that that's going to be important. How much you guys emphasizing that the need to finish is maybe the biggest lesson from this game, or just one of them?
Yeah, like you said, might be the biggest lesson from this game. Obviously it's an emotional loss, but with perspective, there's lessons you can get in every game, and to become the team we want to become, and we got to go through some growing pains and mature, and learning the lessons that in the fourth quarter it really comes down to execution. It's good. Obviously, it's a physical game. Guys are tackling, hitting, but that fourth quarter, both teams are tired. Drives are going long. It really just comes down to execution and getting off the field. And we saw in the film, there's a couple plays, one play away where we could have turned the result.
Thank you.
Jordan Renan.
What's up, Bobby? What's going on, man?
Jordan, how we doing?
I'm doing good. There was a video after the game of Brian Burns, obviously very upset, kind of with the rushing 3, dropping 8. Dex made it pretty well known that that wasn't probably his preference either. How much did you guys have to talk about that as a group? I mean, you're a team leader and stuff, and making sure that everyone's on the same page and still not getting upset with everything else going around.
Yeah, I think that's part of the league. We're a bunch of fiery, competitive dudes. Obviously, frustrations boil over in a tough emotional loss like that. The way the momentum was swinging, it was up and down. I think that's a positive for us as a team to get those frustrations and emotions out. And us as grown men, have the accountability to get better. And we talked about it today. It's not one player, one coach, one position group. Everybody really had their hands in the pot in this loss. And it's really just that aggressiveness of having the detail to finish and having the urgency to finish because these games are going to come down to one score less, and you got to win it in the fourth quarter.
Obviously, Dallas was kind of similar at the end, so you view it as an isolated thing. You're not worried about it being a bigger issue on like a grander scale?
No, every game, obviously, there's plays that go one way or the other, and you learn from it. I think that's, when you have a growth mindset, you don't get too high, you don't get too low. And that's what we're preaching. You don't let one big play lead to 2, and you don't let one big loss lead to 2. So we're compartmentalizing this, making the corrections, and we're excited for this coming week.
And in your estimation-wise, you think that you feel like there's full support for Shane? Like everybody's fully bought into what he's doing, and
100%. We're all hands on deck. We're all bought in. Everyone's got to look at the man in the mirror. It's easier to point the finger, but for a team perspective, it's better to point the thumb and figure out what I can do better as an individual. So that's what we're all bought in to do, and we're excited for this upcoming opportunity.
Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
Good, Paul. How we doing?
Good. With every call, what is the conviction a player must have in his heart and his head when the call is in? That, all right, that's not the call I would have made real quickly in real time. I don't love that call. I guess I'll play it, or that's the call. I'll play it to the best. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a conviction in your head that's the call you're going to play, even though you might not always agree with it.
Yeah, for us as players, from our standpoint, we all love playing football, and we're very blessed to play this game. Provides for us and our families. So, regardless of the call, regardless of the situation, we get paid to play defense, and we're extremely excited to play defense. Whatever the coverage is, whatever the situation is, however we got on the field, whether whoever's responsible. So yeah, you got to have conviction. I mean, it's the NFL. Guys are great. So if you're playing, trepidatious and maybe with some hesitation or doubt, guys get on you and going to get beat. So we're all bought in. We have great conviction, and we're just excited to make the corrections from this loss.
When the old the classic, the line about your first down play when you guys got on the field, it was rush 3, drop 8, right? What I mean, there are weaknesses and strengths to every play call, right?
Yep.
What should happen there? Because rushing 3, you're probably not going to get great pressure up front. Probably not. So what should happen there?
Yeah, in that situation, I think Dave's and Shane probably talked to it too. We were in a double robber situation, so you got 2 free guys kind of sitting there looking for the inbreakers. You got everybody outside leverage. You got me, man on the back, and the back's chipping. So obviously they're trying to neutralize our pass rush. And I think, like I said, this is a maturation process for our team. So just going and growing, understanding how they're trying to attack us in a 2-minute situation like that based off the time. I think time on the clock was maybe 37 seconds or something like that. That's a lot of time. You're thinking time the game's almost over. They got no timeouts, but 37 seconds is a lot of time, especially with the new kickoff rule. And I mean, with kickers playing the way they are, they only got to get to the 45 to the 50. So just understanding how teams are trying to attack you in 2 minutes, and obviously this is a painful lesson, but we're excited for the opportunity to grow from this.
And one more, you don't see. I mean, obviously after the Dallas game, there were some similarities there, and people inside spoke up that we wanted our defensive coordinator to be more aggressive there, and even Shane said maybe I can be more aggressive there. And then you see first down, and it's rush 3, drop 8. I mean, should a team be more aggressive there all the time, or? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can see from a fan's perspective, they're saying we learned that lesson. Why did we repeat that mistake again here?
Yeah, I think it's tough. It's based on situational. It's based on the flow of the game. You could get in a similar situation and you rush 6 or 7 and you have everybody isolated and one guy misses a tackle and he goes off and you're saying, why don't you have help? So, we got great trust and conviction in Shane. I thought he put us in a great situation to execute in that situation. Just us as players, obviously in the fourth quarter, just got to have that aggressive mindset to be more detailed and just understand how they're going to attack us in those critical situations, because it's one play here or there that'll turn the tide of the game.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Last one, Tom Rock.
Hey, Bobby, I'm just wondering, as you watch the film, can you remember a game where there was such a disparity in just the sort of the tone that you guys played with for 3 quarters, and then it changed into the fourth quarter? I mean, you guys were, really a physically dominant team.
Yeah.
Most of this game. Thinking of the hits you had, and Belton had, and Carter and Burns, and those seemed to go away. So, Did that stand out to you, I guess, when you watched the film, and is that concerning at all?
I would say from a play style perspective, like you said, we came out in the first 3 quarters. We played very physical. We played with great urgency. And once momentum shifted in the game, I feel like that's where we got to grow as a team and to, stop the bleeding, because this is the NFL. Everyone's a professional. So whether you get up on a team 3 scores and you feel like, it's going to go your way, all it takes is one momentum shifting play for guys to start to believe in that, we can come back, especially at home, especially in the environment they were in, all the momentum. So, I think, like I said, it comes down to execution and detail in the third and fourth quarter. At that point in time, the physicality is still there in the game, but guys are fatigued. So it's really, catching the ball here, staying on sides here, eliminating a penalty here, executing a call here. So, like I said, we're all taking our individual responsibility. We all had our hand in the pot, and we're excited to make the corrections this coming week.